Oops. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'm Ross Bounty, Psychic Medium, bringing the daily card spread reading to you. I won't say Lenormand because today it's not the Lenormand cards. It's I think it's tarot. We'll go across and have a look at it because connecting with your guiding spirits first. I just had to, sorry I'm giggling, but I was waiting for the Instagram one to kick in to come live before I shifted over, and it took a bit of time. Anyway, it's only the technical stuff. Let's come across to the cards. Here we have it. I found this set in my shelf and I thought, oh, I can't even remember what this one is, let alone if I've used it before. Oh, look, I probably have, but as you can see, it's the Celtic Tarot by Julian de Berg, and looks like the artist is Mary Guinan. It's hard to know how to spell that one. Pronounce it, I mean. You can see where it's spelled. Pronouncing, is it fully Irish or Celtic? What's Celtic? Is that Irish? Is it Scots? Is it, who knows? They probably did back when they were living those lives. Anyway, we're going to actually open the box. It is opened already, so I have been into it, but we're going to open the lid and see what's in it. And there's the cover again, but it's not. It's the guidebook. And with this, I am actually going to have to use the guidebook. So here we go. I'm going to leave that one out. And there's the cards in the box, as you can see. Looky cookie. There we go. And I think all I'm going to do is tip them out like that. Show you the back. Now, I did that rather niftily, didn't I? See, all in one pile. And this is why I don't do tarot very often. There is so many and it's harder to shuffle. But that there is the back of the box. And at the time that I bought them, this deck was $56.95. There you go. And I think I probably had these in my book nook for sale. So that's what the retail value was at that point in time, which would have been 2006. I think I would have had this in stock in my book nook. There you go. So, well, there we go. Now, I'll keep this one aside to the right. We'll put that there. Oh, look at how much that sun is shining. It's a beautiful day here. So for those who are on the colder side of life, it is cold here. And hi to Julie over on Instagram. Lovely to see you there. I will be getting to doing this. I'm just sliding up my comments and seeing if anyone's commenting. At the moment, not. But that's okay. I'm trying to get closer to the camera. As you can see, I find it a little bit more difficult to shuffle something like this type of deck, and hopefully there's not any of the explainers or anything in it, and that it is the only tarot cards in this. I know a full-on tarot reader would do a better job at this than I am, but that's okay. So then I've shuffled them, then I just go, in my head I'm asking Spirit to choose the cards for today. We are only going to do 3 again. It's not going to be a full spread, and it's not going to be anything that's not doing card pulls or anything for live readings as such. Right, this is what Spirit's choosing. And there's where it got awkward. Very difficult. And one more shuffle. Right, and here we have one card there in the middle, like we usually have the spreads. Another card and another. Wow. Well, they look very interesting. So that is, let's have a look. We'll zoom in on those so that we can actually get them in a closer view. I've got all of them there to see. Just bring it down a tad more so that we can see all of that Emperor card. We'll bring it over that way, and I might just sharpen up the angle of that with the camera. It's a little wobble. There we go. All done. There. Right. Now, For those who are watching on replay now, welcome as well. And we'll get into seeing what these cards are about. Now, the first one that I'm going to explain, because the way I read this little mini spread, I take the central card as being the overall energy for a day. So that's what I'm going to read this one as, and it is the Five of Swords. Okay, and here we have the Eight of Wands that's actually landed in the home space or the house, but home, I'll call it home and work here, because it's the main influences we have in our lives is we have our homes and we have our work, and then that overarching energy. So here we've got the Eight of Wands in the home space, and here we have the Emperor in the workspace. That almost seems to be a little auspicious, an emperor in the workspace. Don't they get people to work for them? Anyway, let's read the Five of Swords first. Beautiful depiction of the swans there on a river, creek. I'm just going to see if I can, that's as far as I can zoom in. So gorgeous swans, they do look lovely. Let me find that here in the book, because it's been a while since I've done tarot. I usually read cards purely just from what we have on the card itself and knowing the gist of what the Lenormand means. I take it that way. This here with tarot, it's been so long since I've done tarot that I will read out the key words and see, I'll just, oh God, there's a lot to read, but we've got the time, don't we? So anyway, the Five of Swords, the key words are loss, conflict, separation, dishonour, indecision and malice. Now, it doesn't sound like a very cheery card, does it? At all. So it suggests disagreement and conflict. You may have won the battle, but much has been lost. There may be separation under difficult circumstances. So it should be remembered that a stubborn, strong-willed attitude will not resolve an issue. So the Five of Swords can often indicate the breakup of a partnership under adverse circumstances. Now is the time to swallow your pride and accept the inevitable. Now, I always take that as meaning it's a pre-warning of attitude, of some sort of a perspective that is moving through your life today. So it may not be specifically and directly about you. It could be about others in your life who are close to you that are bringing in this type of energy around something that is conflicting, that is about arguments and disagreements and different points of view. So be open to the warning of this as far as create for yourself the awareness as you're moving through how you are acting or reacting to situations and other people's interpretations and understandings, because we do all have different ways of seeing things. So this is that on the crest of the hill, you know, if you're looking at numerology, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is starting to set up, move towards something, and it's the middle of the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it feels like a crest, and in this case it's a difficult type of a crest that we're looking at. Now, I really love the swans and the way that it's depicted, but it does look a bit like a sort of a miserable card because it's the rain and they're gathering together to protect themselves, I would think. So take this as that is, look, things might seem like they're pretty droll on the surface. Look inside and see how you are acting, reacting, and try to understand from the other point of view so that it doesn't create as much of disagreement and that sort of thing. But there are times where you need to agree to disagree and walk away from what might seem to be arguments, what might be seen as, you're just being darn difficult, that type of stuff. Sometimes it can be, one of the key words being malice. Well, Don't let it affect you. Other people's opinions of you is not your business. So really create that space where you're being that witness and seeing how the situations are being played out rather than becoming part of that play, if you understand that, okay? Now, so from this, as that overall theme, what we've got is the Eight of Wands. I really like the look of this one. It looks like it's almost the Rider, the first card in the tarot, in the Lenormand, sorry, not tarot. We're looking at the tarot, which is why I'm reading it from a book. Now, Eight of Wands, let's have a look where that is in the book. Yeah, brand new book, yep. Okay, some of the pages are a bit stuck. Okay, the keywords for the Eight of Wands from this, the Celtic Tarot, just to remind you watching here, this is the Celtic Tarot. And the keywords for the Eight of Wands are progress, movement, satisfactory conclusion. There can be delays, problems and insecurity, but this is about the, I always look at the positives first. All of these cards did turn up the right way. So, you know, I'd see that. I'm pretty sure the theme way, the thematic way of looking at tarot is upwards is positive, upside down is, up the right way is positive, upside down is, well, sort of negative. It's the, you know me, I so much prefer to see the positive in everything, because I'm not giving the energy to the negatives, just my choice. Here we go for the Eight of Wands. It indicates a feeling of positive dynamic energy which propels you forward. As you can see, it's a very energy-filled looking card, because you can see that is the dust being made by the horse that the rider is on. Anyway, you may have sudden success or promotion to a new position that you desire in your career. It can suggest travel overseas. Goal-directed action will bring its own rewards. So there we go. This is set your intentions. This is in the home space too, by the way. So potential for overseas. We've had a sort of holiday planning feel in a couple of the previous readings through this week. So maybe that's what it is, and you're going to go on adventures of all types. See what you feel into, you know, what do you need to be doing from home, you know, in home, from home, maybe even writing books that take you on that inner adventure that's going to be as per your choice without even spending money. You know, it's all sorts of things that you can be doing here in a very positive way. I even love, it's got what looks like little bubbles here on each side, as if underwater, just Neptune? Could it be Neptune? The seahorse of the waters? Who knows? It's just a beautifully depicted card. I love it. It's got all the energy of action, and getting things moving, as the guidebook is suggesting, moving forward. We're being propelled forward. So with that, have what you desire in mind. Put your intentions there to Spirit as to what you'd really like to do from your home space with those who are around you as loved ones, family and friends. So it looks gorgeous. I love that card. It's very, very nice. Now here, the Emperor in the workspace. Now the Emperor is part of the major arcana in any tarot. So it's card number, I don't know that they've put numbers on these. No, traditionally they do have numbers. So I'm going to have to actually have a quick look from the start. Got it. It's number 3 or 4. No, this deck doesn't have the numbers. So there you go, because it starts off, a tarot starts a journey, and you're starting with the Fool. Then from the Fool you work through the Magician, and then from there you go the High Priestess, the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor. So here we go. Excuse me. Now, with this, I'm just popping back over to Instagram just to see if there's any other comments. So with this, what we're having as a conversation, I suppose, with an Emperor, do we? This is the workspace. So think of it as where you're working and the influence this may have, as far as, even if you work for another person, or you are running your own business or something from home. You know, there's various ways that we earn our income. So this is what this card energetics is about. The Emperor, do I need to control as I do, is the question. I wonder if the Empress has a question at the start of her meaning in the guidebook too. It looks quite interesting. Yeah, they do. They each have a question. They don't with these suits. They do with the arcana. There we go. So, do I need to control as I do? Now, this is the fourth card of the major arcana, and the key words are stability, self-discipline, authority. The negative of it could be instability, lack of discipline, heavy burden. I'd take that as that's if it was upside down. This is up the right way, so it is the stability, the self-discipline and the authority that we're being reminded of today. That's the message we're being given by Spirit for the Emperor card in the workspace, right? So the Emperor is a card of courage and ambition, established authority and success through a self-disciplined and practical approach. So it's about a male father figure. The Emperor has little time for emotions, but sees himself more as the provider of material things. I've had that experience with males in my life. This person enjoys working hard and the rewards that hard work brings. So when it relates to an environment or situation, well, it's relating to our work, what we do actually do for our income. It indicates stability and a time of structure. So it suggests in the material, male-dominated world. So for this one, what we're looking at for our day-to-day is that masculine strength of being able to do what you set in your mind to, creating that structure and putting it into place, because we are claiming the authority to do so in this situation. So in whatever level of work position that you are in your work, move it forward so that it is from that standpoint of standing your ground and being able to say with confidence, I can do this, I can ask this from you. And for others who are more in a hierarchy position, that you may need to listen and do as suggested, but within your own strength of being able to stand confidently and even suggest other alternatives if you see them. You know, sometimes there's options that those who are higher up don't see when you're working at a more ground level. It's not suggesting that there is a better than you or I. It is every task needs to be done by someone, and it is teamwork. So that's what I'm seeing from this. And as part of a team, there does need to be a leader sometimes. So, you know, go with that Spirit's guiding you to as you're moving through your work today. So overall, I think really what we're getting from these three cards, whoops, I went too far back, sorry, down. I think really what we're getting from these cards is, look, some things might seem almost to be too difficult, and, you know, with the Five of Swords, that there can be some interactions that are a bit aggro or not quite what you want, but step aside from that and understand what each other is trying to put forward in how you're communicating with each other and suggesting alternatives that will work better, because we are really moving forward from our home base and getting things progressing so that there is that higher factor of stability in our lives with whatever we may be earning, whatever our abundance is, that we are bringing it in with a wonderful sense of adventure here. And, you know, letting that sometimes does need to be experienced, because we are people of, you know, emotional feelings, nature. We're human. We do need to experience some of this that can be a bit of the doldrums and not as pleasant, but move through that because things are progressing. Okay, so that's my summary from this 3-card reading for today. If you have any questions, certainly I'm available via the direct message at times if it's relative and relating to the spread today. Certainly ask those questions. Any other further information that you feel you're needing extra guidance on, I certainly do have some options in the psychic.online website, and I have put up my Buy Me a Coffee link as well, that site, because there are some little mini options in there for, for a coffee, just for quick little one question answer type things, one cards. So, there's options. And I do, of course, have, and I haven't even remembered to put that one in there, my latest realm is seeastars.com, and I'll put that in both of these because I haven't put these in elsewhere over the last week. Keep forgetting because it's so new. So try that link out as well. That would be for a full-on reading as well for that one, as online video. So different ways. Each of us do enjoy different methods of taking in our information and experiencing different types and styles of readings. I do oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I did that yesterday. I had a sneeze. I do email types of readings. I can do readings as a report and just a straight out unlisted YouTube, the usual way that I do them when you do book in for a reading, or can be where you're actually in with me on that reading as well. So many different ways of experiencing what we can share in gaining more information for you to learn, whatever the question is. You find out when we get together, don't we? So thank you, Michaela, for that. Bless me. Thank you, thank you. So I'll leave it there for this morning. Thank you so much for joining me in this very different way I've done the card readings. I may not use the Celtic one for tomorrow, but I might. I'll have a quick run through of what their guidebook suggests maybe, because I don't like reading the guidebooks. I do like to read intuitively. But sometimes something brand new and that hasn't been accessed for a while, you've got to do a little refresher, or maybe they've got some intention with it. Who knows? The authors create as they do, as I know. Thank you. Keep being the best you that you can be, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.